So in this video, we'll be taking a look at this, my new filter. The AquaManta EFX 400 for Maidenhead Aquatics. Rated to 1,400 litres per hour. It's 22 watts. It's up to a filter capacity of 400 litres. And its maximum head height is 1.5 metres. It comes with media, sponges, phosphate pads, carbon bags, 35 ppi black sponge, 15 ppi blue sponge, white wool filter pads, and advanced ceramic media, intake tube and strainer. Suitable for cold water, tropical and marine, and you get a 4-year guarantee. So I've paid for this myself out of my own hard-earned cash. Price wise, it was £143. So hopefully the quality is good enough to stack up against Fluval, which would have cost us between 220 and 250 for the equivalent Fluval filter. So without further ado, we'll dive straight in and get the box opened. Let's get cracking. Instructions. Another little box, and inside here we have the filter itself. It feels a half decent plastic. That's it for the box. So inside of this, take the top off. We get the strainer, the polishing pad, the phosphorus pad, and the next one we get the media, and in the bottom tray we get the carbon and the coarse ppi. And in this box we must get the strainers and the tubes. Spray bar, the bit to go on the top to attach your tubes in, that bit there, your strainer and your tubes. The reason why I went for this one and not the one rated for 300 is because the motor is the same size motor. The only difference is you're getting a bigger size box. So without further ado, we'll set it up on the tank. So that's the strainer. Extendable to reach the bottom of your tank, anywhere you want to strain from. Quality of this doesn't feel as good as the Fluval. Quite a few options here. There we go. Strainer done. Next one, how do I want the return to go back? I've never really used spray bars before, but we'll give it a go. Let's see if we can get some good circulation around the tank. Or you could just have it like that. Do you get a little duck mouth? I'm surprised they don't give you a little duck's beak there to go on that if you didn't want to use it as they've intended. It feels better than the Chinese stuff that you get, like the your all-pond solution kind of thing, but it doesn't feel as good as a Fluval. Let's see how much of this they give you. They don't actually give you that much. I don't actually need that much, but they don't give you a great deal if you wanted to have one, say that side of the tank and one that side of the tank to disperse it. So That's maybe something they could do. Because there you've got, what, 4 foot, 4 foots. By the time it's went off the floor, up and over, it ain't giving you much versatility. Same here, same with that one. Yeah, 2 4-foot bits. 2 4-foot bits. Said that too fast. Keep on forgetting I'm a Geordie and I've got to slow it down. So next we're going to put the media in the basket. Otherwise you'll feel the hose again. That was just a little link to the short I did for this product.
Or else it gets the hose again.
So in the bottom one I've got coarse, medium, polishing pad. These actually go in anyway because it's unilateral in shape. There you go. Now as you can probably see through there, there's a gap at the bottom of nearly 2 inches. A lot of people like to put media in that to help with the sifting. I'm just going to leave that empty for now, and if I have to at a later time, we'll pimp it. Next one, I am just going to use that. Silly not to. At the end of the day, it all does the same thing. It's all porous. It's all just holds bacteria. The whole idea of it. Doesn't matter if it holds more bacteria or less bacteria, because at the end of the day, there's enough surface area in your tank, depending on the fish that you use, whether you use that or you don't use that. So I'll give that a rinse before I put that in. And then the last tray, I'm not going to use the phosphorus pad or the carbon. And because I've got it, I'll add some matrix in the top one. I've got a pre-cycled bag that I've just took from the filter upstairs. It's already pre-cycled. I'll add some more to it. As Tommy Cooper would say, just like that. So like I say, we're not going to use that. Does it go like that? Or does it go like that? Does it go like that? Or does it go like that? Ha ha ha, just like that. Right, so it has to go that way, otherwise it wouldn't fit. Tube fits into the tube, self-explanatory. Then clip it in. Next we'll place this down here. So on the top it tells you output, input. So input there. I'm going to put the strainer on that side, and I'm putting the intake, the outtake on that side. Get the hose pipes more malleable by heating them up with hot water. So that's these more pliable. It feels like it's tightening up under the head itself. Yep, that seems good. One on. Fit that into there. Like that. And then lock it in. So we'll get these fitted on. Reconnect that on. Clip it in. And then this one is basically just push it back into there. So next what we'll do is we'll take the top off, pre-fill it with some water. Just to make it easy for the pump. put the lid back on. Fasten it back down. And there's the spray bar working nicely. If you have that above the water, it's obviously oxygenating your water. If you have it below the water, it's just firing the water around. That should get rid of the noise. We'll be adding air to the system soon. That doesn't look like a very good fit there, mind. It shouldn't be. See how it's weeping out of that? That's because it is inferior plastic. It's a good job it's weeping back there rather than out there. All the other joints seem alright. Just double check them. Yep. So it's just that one. So I might have to run some sealant around that to pass that level. So that's it. The EFX 400 AquaManta canister filter in place and running. So as you just seen there, the bucket took an extra 10 litres of water on top of the media weight. So make sure you can actually lift that weight before you go out and buy it, because when it's full, that's going to be at least 12 kilos sitting there on the floor full of water slushing around. So first impressions, it's definitely not a fluval, definitely not. Fittings are weeping around the top, but the weeping inside the tanks will make some difference. The prime in there, I showed you in real time how hard it is. With the fluval 307 I got upstairs, it's basically, sometimes you don't even have to prime it. As long as it's got a bit of water in, the pump's strong enough to get it started itself. So not too happy about that part of it. It is between 80 and £100 cheaper than the fluval. If you want to spend the extra and you can't spend the extra, I would suggest you did. But if you've had a look at it and you're still happy with it, I mean, I'm quite happy with it. It's just when you compare it to quality, it's hard to actually put it into words. It's hard to put it into words how good it actually is until we've had it run a couple of days. These will probably look a lot better when they green up with algae. And that shouldn't take too long. As you can see, it's went all murky, the tank. That's just because of the oxygenation of the bubbles. I'll add some more water in, take it above that water line, and that should get rid of that. Hopefully it's okay, because it's a lot of money to spend but you're not to be happy. So watch this video before you go out and buy. See how you get on with it. Watch a few more videos before you part with your hard-earned cash. And until next time, ta-ra.